of souls, but give no praise to Yahweh, Hashem, El Shai, Hashem, Kakadash, that belongs to the apostles of GMS and honors to brothers in the work of the Most High in truth and in sincerity. I was watching The Dark Knight Rises, the last one, um, and basically came across this scene. Now, this is 2 hours and 19 minutes in. So this is it's 8 years old. If you've not watched it, spoilers. But yeah, this is the scene after basically uh, 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 Batman's found out who Ra's al Ghul's child is, right? And then he's just been stabbed up, and they're about to explode this here, which is the nuclear bomb, right? And then this is the scene where basically they're about to try block the remote control signal, right, to stop the bomb going off. And as soon as you open it up, as soon as the police commissioner or whatever opens it up, it's 11:45 and turns to 11:44, right? Which of course there you can see that 144, right? Which you can be like it's a coincidence, accident, whatever, what have you. If it's a quote accident, then guess what? That's just further proven in the spirit, right? Because what was this? This was about destroying Gotham, right? Now America's Gotham, and that's Babylon the Great. That's Gotham. That's uh, uh, uh that is a sick, vile place. There's a scene in here also where Batman goes and says to Ra's al Ghul's child, right? He was like, "Look, you're gonna kill millions of innocent people." And then guess what? The response was innocent is a heavy word to use around in Gotham, right? And that is true, right? And you bring that to the real world, right? Hey, no one is innocent. Right? Scripture says Romans 3:23, all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High. And then not only that, you also have the Job 4:7, which says, whoever perished being innocent, right? Now I will play you the clip, but you know how YouTube is, whatever, what have you. But like I said, it's at the 2 hours and 19 minutes. If you start from 2 hours and 19 minutes, you'll see it there yourself. Funnily enough, I looked for the clip on YouTube, and the only clip that I could find on YouTube, you can't actually see the numbers clearly, right? But as you're seeing here on the HD clip, that it is indeed 11:44, i.e., we can see the 144 there. So I've got a couple priests and we'll close it out. So Revelation 9:16 says, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. Right now, these horsemen aren't literal horsemen. This is referencing, the fact that horses represent power, whatever, what have you. But in this instance, this is referring to these ICBMs, right? In this instance, what we're reading is the ICBM nuclear missiles, right? And this number there was like what, 200 million. Like 200,000, so 200,000 and 1,000, yeah, so 200 million, right? News that are going pelt America, right? As Isaiah 34:4 says, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, right? And what's that scroll? That's that mushroom cloud, man. It says, and all their hosts shall fall down, as a leaf falleth off from a vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree, right? Talking about the trajectory, right, of these ICBMs. So Isaiah 54:16, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, right, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. I have created the waster to destroy, right. So the Lord has created, is the one that really put the understanding of these nukes, these ICBMs, right. He's the one that gave these scientists this understanding, right. Not, they'll be like, what was it, upper numbers? I have become the destroyer of worlds. No, you just been a tool, right, in the Most High's plan. Okay, because when you look at these nukes, most of the body work is just about transporting it from one place to another, right? It's all about the metal work, like i.e. what a smith does, right? It's all about the metal work, so that the nuke doesn't burn up on re-entry, that doesn't burn up what do you call it, in transit. Because when you're traveling at that speed, guess what? You got fighting against you friction, and friction causes heat. Okay, so we continue on, right? So yeah, I've created the way to destroy. So verse 17 says, "No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper." Okay, right? And these nukes, they're not going to prosper against the elect. Why? Because the elect are going to be beamed up, right? America's going to be completely destroyed, right? But before that happens, the elect of Israel are going to be beamed up, man. Right? Going to be beamed up of that out of that land, right? And that's how all the elect to go, the ones that don't, that don't get, martyred for this truth, right? The ones that are still alive when Yahweh Shah returns, pursuant towards the First Thessalonians fourth chapter, it is talking about how the elect will meet the Lord in the air. Okay, so no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh. As Jeremiah 50:14, put yourself in array against Babylon, round about all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against Yahweh. Right, so basically is going into the fact that first things first, Babylon, that's referring to America, right? The virgin daughter of Babylon, that's America, right? Babel means confusion, right? So Babylon is the land of confusion, and there is nowhere more confused than America. Okay, let's put yourselves in array against Babylon, round about all ye that bend the boat. And what's that boat? That's the ICBM nuclear missile, right? Uh, 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 and when it says all ye that burn the book, that's literally all these nations that have nukes. They're gonna fire at America. Why? Because America is gonna the Lord's gonna put the spirit. Ultimately, the Lord's gonna put the spirit on these different nations to basically shoot at America. Right? Even her allies, even these NATO countries, Great Britain's gonna shoot missiles at America. Okay, it says, "Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of Yahweh. Take vengeance upon her as she hath done due unto her." Okay, so these things are going to be happening. Why? Because of the wickedness that has happened in that land. Okay, that's been the land of our captivity, America, right? So it just says Judah and Ephraim were oppressed together. Where? In that land, man. They were oppressed together in that land, right? So my last one is Revelation 11:13. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the tenth part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the God of heaven. Right? Then that great earthquake, that's referring to when these nukes hit. Right? It's going to be a earthquake. You read in Isaiah about how the earth shall roll to and fro like a drunkard. Right? And obviously the city is referring to America, and the tenth part, that's the when you look at you got FEMA regions, right, that divide America, and there's 10 of them, right? So that 10th part is referring to them 10 FEMA regions, right? And that 7,000, right, is basically just representing completion, so a complete number of people, not a load of them. Okay, so as always, Lord's will, that was edifying. Till the next time we say Shalom.